go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Motivated, motivated, dedicated, dedicated. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is Camp Humphreys, the U.S. Army garrison that by 2016 will be the American headquarters in South Korea. In most respects, it's similar to Army installations all over the planet. But there are some fundamental differences. Here, American soldiers train side by side with our Korean allies.
Break. 5-3, this is Guardian.
Guardian 5-3, clear last, 11408 issued.
They're a part of everything, and they're treated just like U.S. soldiers. They live in our barracks, eat in our chow halls, and they train right next to us. You know, in a worst-case scenario, they'd be fighting right next to us.
Since 1950, when communist North Korea invaded the South and the United Nations intervened on South Korea's behalf, the militaries of the U.S. and South Korea have been officially linked.
It's gonna go up one more, okay?
Called KATUSAs for Korean augmentation to the United States Army, these South Korean Army troops are integrated into U.S. Army units, and they do vital work at Camp Humphreys.
It's a huge value-added asset, especially in this very different culture than what we're accustomed to.
It makes me feel like I'm working in America, kind of, and it makes me feel like I'm kind of contributing to increase the mutual relations between two nations, so I like it.
There are approximately 5,000 troops garrisoned at Camp Humphreys, and about 500 are KATUSAs. But they aren't the only Koreans here. The base fire department, for instance, is made up entirely of civilian Korean firefighters. 84 of them.
Our most senior guy is 62, and we go down into the early 20s, so they about a 40-year gap in between the youngest to the oldest. We're very comparable to anybody in the United States. We all train to the same level. We do airfield firefighting, structural firefighting, hazmat, confined space, technical rescues, and that way we're able to better protect the soldiers and the families and the community around Camp Humphreys.
After all these years, the U.S. military continues to rely on its Korean allies, in particular those who serve at Camp Humphreys.
It's incredibly important that we work hand in hand with our Korean counterparts in defense of South Korea.
We have a very common interest, obviously, in keeping peace in Northeast Asia. We're true partners.